We begin. Now, do we not? Welcome. Let me move my keep up the tablet there. I don't know why I had that on there. But yes, welcome. I am tired. I could not sleep well last night. No idea why, though. It happens ever so often. Unfortunately. Let me see. Oh, here it is. I'll explain where it is. Yes, today was going to be this anyway, to be fair. But I'm going to draw some things because I may as well. I don't want to just be like playing games all the time, God. I play enough of them. I do want to get better at drawing just for the hell of it, you know? I can make a better model. Can't believe I thought one, so the better I get at drawing, the better model I can get. I will need to get better at rigging it too, but yeah. I think that's a different thing. I'll have to learn myself. Unfortunately, but yes. Since, well, not yesterday, Monday, I was playing Mystery Dungeon, and I got me Alf. I felt I may as well, today among at least one other thing, do what I do for the hats and draw me Alf kind of looking thing. If I can do that. Hopefully. That was the coin, because I'm looking at it. I might have a monitor here. That's basically the lucky coin. That's on the lucky coins in Japan. That's on his head, because it used to be, I think it used to be a currency from back in the day for Japan, if I remember. That's not what I'd read. We need to get. We're going to be a lot of that, to be fair. No. We're going to. That's a lot better at the bottom, but not a lot better at the top. Because, yeah. I should just draw this first and then connect them rather than trying to draw the entire thing in one, since I don't know how to draw that well. Because to be fair, my model was drawn mostly with the shape tool. I didn't exactly draw all of it myself. Like, that's... The purple thing is a bunch of circles. The rectangles, that's... I got curved line. This is the oval-ish shape that I cut in half. I copy and pasted the hands. The body is 2. That is also the oval one. The only thing I actually drew was the little ends here. So yeah, when I say I made my model, I did, you know, I got a lot of assistance from the computer. Then we want to do the lines down here. Not like I haven't drawn things though since then. I've got like, what, 4 of them? Let me try to do that. I have to move it down a bit, considering. It's a bit too high up, isn't it? Yeah, we don't want to be too high. Then probably move this part here. I don't know if I'm a bit quieter or not, but because of my anxiety, I tend to listen to music pretty loudly. I'll be honest when I stream. But today, I have that very quiet. So I can actually hear myself a bit better. That's another thing I've got to get better with, isn't it? I don't want to be doing... blasting music in my ears while I'm streaming all the time, do I? And you... Okay, good, you don't cover it. I really should do this more often, shouldn't I? I'm not sure how to make you like that. So we want yellow. Then it's got some, I guess, some opaque white on top of it to make it look like it's shining. Actually make the layer for the color below rather than combining them together, because now I don't worry about the lines. It's a lot easier for me not to go over. I'm not going to be combining together anyway, so this is something I should do more in the things I draw. I don't know why it took me till now to figure this out. I'm not an artist, I guess. Oh, I'm going to do that. My tablet will do that sometimes, unfortunately. It's definitely smart. I have a color layer and a line layer. I'm going to color in the lines. To be fair, I usually just like use the bucket tool, and the bucket tool is not exactly the best, is it? Since there's a diagonal lines, two of them are in white here. That'd be slightly opaque, I guess. Is this how you do this? Might want to change the size a little bit. Probably not that much. I think it was like that somewhat. Maybe. Not sure if that looks quite the same, but. Alright, I can't, yeah, I can't draw on the line, can I? Look about that. Because it's underneath the layer for it, so we can just go like that. Then make it a smaller one, like it is on Meowth's. Only thing like here. Be the reflection of light. It's not like it needs to be entirely straight. Not going to be able to see it, considering how far it's going to be away from the monitor, but... I probably want to command this one down here. Don't I? To have at least something. Look at it a bit closer. Yeah, there we go. Make it look like it shines a bit. I'll usually do that. There we go. Then connect you to there. And further away, it kind of looks like it, I guess. Well, it does kind of seem that the light is coming from a particular direction, which it is not. But what are you going to do? So there's that. This is going to be the hardest part, though, unfortunately. The rest of it, obviously, is not all I'm going to do. I want to switch to you. We got me model here, because that is what I'm drawing it for. I need to make sure the proportions are correct. So we want the ears. I got weird tentacle-like whisker things between the two, between the coin, don't you? The coins in between two weird whiskers, Meowth. The more look at you, the more weird you get. Why do you look like that? With two whiskers coming out of the top of their head like that? It's so weird. Obviously, the ears can't be the same positions, because Meowth's head is a bit more round on the side. Mine's kind of the other way. I'll at least draw them. Draw fucking cat ears now, don't I? There are some on. Try to get that rounded triangle look. Not sure if I'm very good at this, though. I try to draw a rounded triangle, weirdly. It kind of works, but it needs to be a bit different if you know what Meowth looks like. That's not terrible. Now, is it? Now we just need to do another one, but bigger. Kind of like that. The inside's pink and you're black. Then these things will go together onto the model. Which I'll finish, I can probably just put them on, can't I? Hmm. Are they around here? That was a terrible start. Kind of that, but also not. Maybe more narrow at the top like that. Yeah. Definitely a lot better. Yeah, they're not quite as pointy, are they? And that's a bit too big for the ears there. I made it a bit too big, didn't I? Hmm. We need to make that a bit bigger. This seems a bit bigger on me off. Do not. What are you selecting? Why do you select that? Select that. What's it doing? Well, don't do that. Select that. Why are you selecting that? What's going on here? I'm not hitting a keyboard controller or anything. Do not. I can't run that. You stop. I'm not doing anything to that. Everything's. There we go. I don't know what the fuck that was. I did something wrong though. And I've gotten rid of the ear. Shit. Oh well. This probably won't be the usual 4 hours, but you know. I started at 1, so. That was never going to be the case, was it? That's not an ear. I'm not going to draw myself as every Pokemon am I in the future. Why are you, like. Why are you doing that? That's what I want to know. My keyboard's over here. Nice shortcuts on the side here, but I need to use my left hand to use them. Hmm. Okay, it's doing it again for some reason. Hello? Why are you doing that? Why is my mouse? I don't want... Yeah, how are you doing that? Like, what? How are you moving it? I didn't say that. Like, I never said for you to move that. Strange. I've got my, the glove thing on. My wrist doesn't actually interact with it. Not very good with this, Yeah, why are you doing that? What is it going on? Strange. Does it make I'm doing with a pen? No, that doesn't do it. Hmm. What am I doing that all of a sudden? Move my mouse away and everything. Only at 2. Okay, good. How do I do that? I'm getting really bad at this. I don't know how to do that shape. That's a bit better. Okay, that's definitely the kind of thing I want to go for. It's a bit wobbly. Many of them are a bit smaller, though. Yeah, that's probably more it. There's a bit more of a cat's ear-like thing, isn't it? Hopefully. That's just negating the shape I made, isn't it? Hmm. Not good there. That's a bit too wobbly. Maybe they are a bit too big. What I need to do is look. I'm getting a bit too close to the head there. Hmm. Oh, no, that, you done it again for some reason. Because when I press Control Z, do you, like, do something else? bit too pointy, that one. I gotta correct one of these days. Like that, maybe? Fine. Not gonna be perfect, Daddy. Why is that? One's that bigger than that? Oh, there we go. Trying to make it. I don't want to make it too big, do I? Am I even doing that right? I would try to draw categories for myself. It's like a rounded triangle, but I'm not sure how to do it. This is why I'm not an artist. Guess that's as good as I'm gonna get. Not terrible, but you know. You can tell from the going at the very least what it's meant to be. Hopefully. I probably wanna do that maybe? Or is that gonna be too much? No, there is a line. I don't have any lines is the problem, isn't it now? The only lines I have on the features to like distinguish them, like the arms, my hands. I don't have any fingers, do I? I could give myself some. Like that. I don't know if that looks better than it normally does. I don't know if I need fingers though. To be fair. This is probably why I need a draw more. I can actually figure out what the fuck I am doing with this shit. That was a terrible line. Okay, that's not the worst way to do that. We go here, maybe running it here will be better. Nope, that went a bit too close to it. I did that one, but maybe that's fine. Not even, obviously. I probably could have just copied them, couldn't I? Let me just do that. Let me just copy it and reflect it. Rather than knowing to draw both of them perfectly. I like, which is impossible. We want, yeah, copy and paste. Oh, that didn't do anything. It's gonna be here, isn't it? Nope, don't do that. I'm gonna go to move. Do that. Didn't copy those things, but we're gonna change that, can't we? How do I make you, rotate? Not like that, clearly. Let me... Yeah, you scale and rotate, that's what we want. So we can do that. Not that big, though. A bit too big. Big enough. Let's see. Kind of okay. When you're there, but you'd have to be a bit bigger, won't you? I'm gonna do that. That a bit better. Seems like it, yeah, okay, good. I can go away to the pen now. We can... back down. Do that. Okay, good. Then we want to merge them together, don't we? Alright. Mid-relay below. No, all three of these things on the same one. Oh, but the panda obviously isn't because I didn't do that. Right. We want not a pure black, maybe like an ashy kind of black. Nope. It's a bit too small, isn't it? Maybe I'll use kind of that black. Do this first before doing the in area, because I can just overdo them a bit. We don't start there. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, good. Right at the end there without a plan. How much fun maps they use were like white, but no, they're black, aren't they? Maybe it's the behind them that are actually white. I've just never seen Meowth from like the front. Which is fair. Why would I ever Meowth from the front? There's my model finally as he is now. That's something. I want to go kind of a pink. The inside, which is... I mean, the inside of ears are pink, aren't they? Am I doing this above it? I am, aren't I? What am I doing? I'm a fucking idiot. What to do it on the layer below? Why am I doing it the layer above? On the same layer. What am I doing? No wonder it looked weird. It's still opaque. It is slightly. Thought it was. To 100. Maybe turn it down a little on the size. Not that much. Yeah, do that one. Have a better chance of not going out of the line. Obviously, there's no music playing for the stream. It is just me, isn't it? That's gotta be boring. Well, this is the most boring thing I do, then that's good. I'd be surprised if it was, to be fair. What are they actually? Not gonna be that boring, can I? In general. Obviously, my brain tells me that, but that's not entirely possible. No matter what I say about myself, people do come here every now and again. We've got to find something in me that's entertaining and somewhat or enjoyable. And my brain is very mean to me, so try not to listen. Obviously, it's never good to listen to it when it does that. Just generally not telling the truth. So you just gotta be careful about what you listen to. Okay, we got the pink inside it. There was a bit of shading on the image I'm looking at from Meowth's ears. I don't know if I should shade the ears when... Oops, that went a bit too far. I don't really have much shading on myself. I guess I have the light mark on the side of my head there, the left one. That's literally the only, like, I guess shading I've ever done. My model. Yeah, you do have a bit of a darker area on the side. Let me... That was a bit too much. I know you're never probably going to see it or be able to tell it's there, but I can. Let's just zoom in and get the lines that I'm missing. I guess thankfully them being going to be smaller means it doesn't have to be perfect, but I would like it to at least mostly look okay. Oops, I added a bit of pink down on the other bottom. Can't be having that now, can I? kind of look like them in the image I'm looking at. Obviously, it's not the same because they're in different places. The eyes are fucking weird me out, let me tell you. Boy, I may have to draw them for something. Because for the thumbnail, I'll probably have to draw the owl's eyes. I have to give myself whiskers in order to love the, like, the cat effect. I mean, it doesn't have a nose, does it? Draw whiskers like this. Not sure if they really look like whiskers or not. Well, that, then like that. Possibly? I don't actually know. Surprisingly, I never drawn cat whiskers. I was hoping to have to draw something that wasn't literally just a cat. Some of them mostly just straight lines coming out. Maybe going up down a bit, maybe, from the looks of it. Yeah, so let me do that. Had to be in the nose area, but I guess I could draw a nose. That's not a shape for a nose, is it now? Turning myself into a fairy, is that what I'm doing right now? Nothing against them, obviously, but I never thought it'd be this soon where I turn myself into a fairy. To be fair. But that'd be years later. So that quite... The nose quite works. I gotta look better without a nose. I'm also doing this on the wrong fucking layer, aren't I? You need to remember that. It's more like that. Again, I don't really feel they quite look right. To be fair, neither do the ears, but I can't really do much about that. I guess I could shrink them, but since they're with the coin already, they'd also shrink, and then there's the paint. That wouldn't really work, would it? I guess I could select it all and move it down, but I don't want the coin moving. It's fine. What I can do now, what we're going to do is hide both of those two things, because I don't want them anymore, nor do I. Where is it? It's edit, and canvas size. So I can change it to a appropriate size, so there's not so much dead space when I import it into VTube Studio. I do that. Then I can save it. Do a bunch of the things. I said pictures. Most of these are just illustrations. Obviously the Halloween overlay. The parody lyrics I wrote. Practice? What the hell is that one? Oh, the slug one. My touch. I guess I'm calling you that. I don't know if I want to be showing. Do I even think of my pictures? I should be showing. I said pictures? I don't think I do. It is, to be fair, mostly just maybe VTuber model images. There's nothing in there. I want to get rid of that. To be fair, like, I never used those things. I just deleted if others show up. I don't want any, like, you know. Yeah, because is that from a shot? A lot of these things are from shots. I do have to remove the background from some of them. I keep forgetting to do that. You can see, yeah, a lot more of the parody lyric images I've saved. The overlays, the hats, the bad helmet that I had, the reaction images for the shots. The paintbrush I've not used in a while, have I? I was Mastodon, I haven't. Holding the pencil now. That's from a shot, that's a panel, that's my banner. That was a long time ago. Definitely we need to jump a one. Ooh, that thing. It's a random image. That right there is a corner of someone's house that was just empty. I think on Twitter they talked about what they meant to put there. I just drilled a house there and went, I could live there. I thought it was funny. Obviously, I wouldn't live there, like God. Where's that YouTube thing? Why did I put that? Yeah, this is just in the saved images, isn't it? To be fair. Call it me off. I'm gonna do that. Just so I know what it is. Yeah, and I make a default one, thankfully. And put the hat on it. The hat being separate means I can do that. Ooh, the scholar weapon. Seize band for the slug overlay. Like, I don't think this is all of them. Maybe it is. With the crashes, maybe I could just use them. Weird bikini thing that I made. My model is not made for wearing clothes. I can tell you that. And my old profile picture. Well then, Happy New Year 2025. The old banner, the mushroom hat. All that thing. For a meme. Let's see. What are my other pictures? Because I've got screenshots too. Yeah, they had just random screenshots. Screenshots mostly. What's a picture of my model? I put Goofy in there for some reason. Sometimes the saved pictures just end up in there. I've got something called facts. What's that? Oh. Right, they were from Metapod stats. Something from games. Less 69%. Got tweet. The dad model. The teacher. The most clothing ever worn is that tie. To be fair. You can see the games because I had to put. Didn't mean to do that. I thought I was going to put it in a full screen, but I guess not. Now that it's saved, I can probably. Let's go back. There, because what I want. Well, I have another version. Let me, yeah, save that. Not as that as. Save as Clip Studio Meowth. Because what I want to do now is draw the eyes and maybe have like a cat and mouth. I'm going to say Meowth. Second there. Cat mouth sort of thing for the overlay. The thumbnail. I've already got the actual picture, I think. Yeah, this. I googled that and found the game actual artwork. And because I am not an artist and can't do, I'm not going to be able to draw that myself with me in it. I will just be inserting myself in there like a bad Photoshop. It is right now, but I'm not fighting anything, am I? No danger of anything hitting me now. I've got my pencil, I can fight them off maybe. Oh, to be fair, it's not that big, is it? Why would anyone attack me here? Alright, yeah, okay, so... Do that. It could. It needs to be in the middle, though, because that's where Meowth is. Don't have anything there, but you know. That's for one of my Pokemon, when I'm the Meowth. I'm not going to need an actual, like, thing to block it, because I'll have moves, won't I? Hopefully. Now they're gonna hit it when my ear is that close to it. I put a plaster or something on it to make sure it gets hidden. That might work. How do I draw your eyes, Meowth? I feel like I'm gonna have to remove my own, so... Yeah, let me remove my own eyes by... And the color on my model. Getting the paint. At least this I wanted to put on my model. I can just, This image will be for the thumbnail for the actual YouTube thing. Me as in the coin will be the thing on my model. I can put it on now, to be fair. Because I've already saved them. I guess you're one of the easier ones I could have gone Meowth. Not sure I like being a cat, but, you know. There we go. I don't know why I put it on layer 2, but, you know. It's fine. Okay, then we'll go back to that. Maybe the coin will distract them, you know, too. It is a very shiny coin. I don't think that'll be... I need to poke the little weak spot. That is a weird Meowth. Because we've got the, a weird thing there. Like that? Maybe not really same shape, I'd say. It's more... Zoom out a bit to get a better look here. No, it's not that. It's a bit more like that. Something like that. Over your eye, and then... And like that. Well, for some reason you've got something across the side there. That's kind of it. That looks of it. Yeah, his eyes are weird, to be fair. And we can copy and paste that. Move it. Deselect then. Not that thing. Then... Yeah, flip it a bit. A bit too big. Maybe across it a little bit. Looks like I'm looking to the side a bit, doesn't it? But... That's fine. I want to merge you there below. I'm gonna make myself looking to the side a bit. Then how'd you draw a cat mouth? I guess I should use Meowth's mouth. It's kind of... That was not a straight line at all. These look like that. Then you've got these. One of them is definitely bigger than the other. Don't want to do that, now do I? There we go. I need to color them in. Make sure they look like teeth. The mouth upper part, the bit of curl here might be a bit too big. Yeah, I might need to do something about that. Right, yeah, the blue part I colored in shit. Maybe I shouldn't have put you on the same level. That was Terrible idea, wasn't it? Shit. I realized my mistake there. Shit, well, I'm gonna have to, the inside of the eye a bit better then, because I colored you in accidentally. Didn't I? Without meaning to. As I don't go too far over it. I should put it on the first layer rather than the second. What was I doing? Fine, I'm learning. Not like I drew without this very much ever. That's pretty much the only thing I really draw. At the very least, the only thing I'd be weak to is fighting types. It's gonna be weird not having many stab moves. Hopefully I can take out Zapdos next time when it comes to that. Yeah, that's something. Now we need to go to the pencil. So I draw the fucking eye again because I messed that one up. That's now the right shape. There we go. Then it's down this way. To be fair, this patch was black. There we go. The problem is you're not going to do... There's a bit of a blue. The inner eye there. I'm not going to be able to do that either because I messed up, didn't I? And, fine. Guess I should zoom in. Much of the eyes ain't going to be perfect, but again, that's just for the thumbnail, like... There we go. But I shouldn't try to at least do it well, obviously. Make that a bit more straight. For the most part, it'll be fine. Now, won't it? I need to do that. I need to put myself on the art for the game. Looking like this. Obviously, this won't be on the actual model. I can't get that mouth to move or the eyes. I have to update the entire model. Like, from actually opening the file I had. The original one, not just a full image. It actually had the eyes. Wouldn't be able to make the eyes move, would I? Yeah. I don't think I have the program installed anymore, Live 2D. You do weird whiskers come out of the back of your head there, Meowth, but that should be fine, okay. I can save this. Save it as, because I want to save it as a PNG. Wait, no, not like this. We want to remove that. Can't be having the background be white. Gotta remember that. Maybe there's number 2. PNG. Where's the other one at right now? There it is. We can save that. And that'll be that. I can do new. Is there not a illustration comic animation? Yeah, nothing that says. I don't know what any of those mean, but okay. None of these say any sort of. There's 120, 128, 720, isn't it? I want, so. That's the dimensions of a thumbnail. From what I know. This is the one I do. Then we want to import image. I don't have any of my downloads, do I? No, I got the GIFs from the Pokemon Soul Silver streams. Is that too big? It is, okay, so we want to move it. I usually make these in Paint, to be fair. Even though that's probably not the best way to do it. I guess I don't need to make it fully. Yeah, this one might be a bit too big, that's fine. Question is, now where do I put myself? Isn't it? Apart from image. Well, it's over here now, so you can't see it. I don't think there should be anything on here that would be. I guess I can put myself over the Meowth. In the middle there. Since that is me now. I don't look quite as scared as the Meowth does, but that's fine. Pikachu's not here, but, you know. It's weird there's a Charizard over in the corner. You got Ekans and you got Metacham. From Team Meanies, you've got the Magnemite, which you meet at the beginning. Not the right beginning, but it's the first one that joins your team. And obviously, you got the fire types from that you can pick from. The blue one has what, the water types, does it? There's no Gengar. This Charizard is from Alakazam's team, but I'm pretty sure you can still see the Meowth there. I might need to increase myself a bit. And that's how I make a thumbnail, because again, I don't really have. I do have all my thumbnails in a thing, don't I? The PNGs. Yeah, PNGs. All icons. Yeah, and you can even see how I make thumbnails. These are all the thumbnails I made in the past. There's a lot of them. You can see the old style ones. I'll just be sitting on a rock next to a TV screen. I tried to make them somewhat different. For some reason, an untitled thing. Let me just delete that. That should be in the thumbnails. Yeah, all the thumbnails I made. Even the Multiple Oblivion ones for the highlights. In fact, this is all of them. All the Dead Space ones for the highlights. Dying Light highlight that I made. I just have two of them, so I can add the number without having to worry. Most of the time, anyway. Once the series ends, I kind of just. Not all the time, but sometimes I put like the end one on the default one, which I wouldn't normally. Which one is that? I guess this one would be it. Right, does that have the end? Possibly. I change. Not that. Actual large ones. Exactly the best resolution there. Out of it they are they? Generally. Yeah, we got the Digimon Time Stranger, Dredge. Obviously they don't have that much ever put into them. I guess that one's the most, to be fair. Usually took the hour I could put myself in it. Excellent Adventure, that's an easy one. But yeah, I'm not exactly a call it, I guess, Pokemon Mystery. Now default. Put a space between there, then you save it in there. As a PNG, then you want text. Zoom black text. You call it episode 1 since it's already out there, but probably not that fun now, do we? Want something a bit better than that. A bit bigger. There we go. You move that to the corner, maybe? Like there. It's easy to see. Just have this one as... Let's take away the default. I need to have 2 copies of them. There's not more than one. This will go on the one that's already up. I should have done this yesterday, to be fair. I got stuck playing a game, though. I'll be honest. Well, that's that. That was another thing I wanted to do. We can go back to AFR. Then new layer of paper. That color. I don't know why it goes to that. Don't want to put myself into this one. I don't really need it, to be fair. And I save pictures again, and I go not to there. I go to pictures and as my old schedules when I used to do them. I don't really think they ever really did anything, to be fair. Yeah, screenshots. You got that. That one's me. That's from a Twitter thing. Don't worry about that. I probably should have deleted that one. To be fair. What was that thing? I don't know why I photoshopped myself between someone's legs. Don't read too much into that one. I get it was for a Twitter reply. I thought it'd be funny. If we can make a first post like that, I'm going to make a joke about it. Good-natured one, obviously. I'm not going to mock anyone for it. As if I ever like to stand on, I was the one that fucking did it. You know? It was kind of hypocritical. Right, we can close the Meowth. Oh, that's not really a big image, is it now? It's like just a shape I need. That might be a bit difficult shape to draw. Let me hide that for now. To be fair, this is basically just so I can get some work done and stream. I guess learn how to draw. Probably should have put on music, but it's been what? About an hour nearly. There's Bun. I think it's a bit late, isn't it? There's anything I've learned though. Oh, I'm probably gonna watch it anyway. Gotta do something about that, you know. That's the thing. I'm gonna get rid of my keyboard on my tablet again. I'm trying to figure out what to do though, isn't it? I'm not a marketing genius or anything. To figure out what the problem is. Well, no one really watching. Could be I'm unknown, but I don't want 155 followers, so it's a bit. Maybe that's my follow thing. I did just wake up like not long before starting. What do I say that? Did I say that? I started an hour late. I wanted to draw something else for a Digimon Time Stranger thing rather than just the hat. Is that fine? Seems so. Not sure if I can get it as accurate as is. from this, but maybe I can. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not master. It could be a lot of different things. It doesn't really feel like I've grown much, I guess, on Twitch since like a year ago. Since a year ago? Not sure why. And again, there could be many reasons. Gotta let myself get bugged down by that, can I? I gotta think about what you can do about it, then. Oh, I guess. Hmm. Know how to know how to change it. I've got to know what caused it, don't I? Which again, I don't know. I felt the fish here, and generally more people watching, but maybe I'm wrong. Hmm. I'm trying to do the Digivice here. Maybe the other one's better, but this one seems like the original one. Trying to get the shape correctly. I guess I don't need it completely correctly. It was a weird text in it, which I don't know what that's meant to say. Could obviously be wrong about that. To be fair, my average viewership has never been that high, which, yeah, not sure why. It doesn't make me feel like I'm doing something wrong, which I must be, like, clearly. If I was doing something right, it wouldn't, would it? But I guess I had a weird thought, but that is really that. Something people were talking about on Twitter about male VTubers and whether they have it harder, and it's like, okay, I think it's possible, you know. I get it. I guess if we do, I can feel it. I guess my voice being deep might drive people away. I swear I'm not an e-boy. You kidding me? I don't flirt with people. What about the consent? Even that, are you kidding me? By no means. Someone who does something like that. Why give up that impression with my voice? I've never touched a woman in my life, please. I know nothing about that shit. Not exactly the same. It's a bit too big. It does have a bit of a line here. I doubt it is my voice that's really of driving and attracting some people. At the same time, like, this seems a weird thing to be put off by, but I guess if someone with a deep voice sounds like they're an e-boy, trying primarily to attract the female audience, I guess I can get. I know where they're coming from. I'm not trying to. I don't have a audience in mind, I'll be honest. Even though you're meant to, apparently. I've never been good at that, I'll be honest. Knowing what kind of audience I'm looking for. I never really understood the reasoning behind trying to target a particular audience. Where my streams? Like, what's my audience for my streams? Like, I don't fucking know. You think I know? Again, maybe that's the problem. Could be, I guess. If they have no idea, then could I possibly attract them? It's like a weird thing to worry about. Never make anything with an audience in mind. And again, I guess that could be the issue. How many people do, you know? How many people start out? They're trying to attract like a certain group of people to watch them. I think most people just start streaming. Don't really worry too much about what type of people they're going to attract. To be fair. At least I think they would. Like, anyone in the history of the world that actually knows what audience they're attracting immediately, then that's not quite the right shape, is it? I'd be surprised if anyone did. I don't think that's, yeah, that's not exactly deep enough, is it? That side for me to get the same shape. Maybe there? Seems about right. I guess I might need to put actual videos on YouTube or something. I don't know. And this is stuff I'm thinking about just all the time. Not like I'm expecting 100 people or so. It does make me kind of feel bad about it. I mean, just for me, but I'm sure anyone who watches me would want more people around. You know? It'd be more entertaining with more than just me. I am one man. Is it getting smaller on that side? What am I doing? This is what I think, at least. Because it might not be true. I don't know what I'm talking about. This I'm not, but you know. How the hell am I going to do this? Not turning out right, is it? I need to turn it around? Like. Hmm. Maybe what over here, maybe? And then. That'll be better. Not exactly the shape, though, is it, though? Always recognizable. Problem is, there's a lot of, like, little things on this, isn't there? Not exactly the best. That's a bit too small. Yeah, this thing's gonna be, like, on my, probably on my person. Or I guess, on the model. It doesn't need to be perfect in that way. I might need to actually make videos on YouTube, but I don't know what to make. That's the problem, isn't it? I don't know if I'm interested in anything that anyone else would be, and again, if I need to listen to music while streaming, imagine what it's like trying to speak into a microphone when there's no one definitely listening. I had to listen to music then, too, back in the day. I guess 2 years ago when I made YouTube videos. It's not really the right shape, is it? I need to make it a bit longer around here. Not that way. Maybe make it a bit bigger there. I guess I have nothing. That'll be my downfall. I get it. I'll try doing something, you know? But not something that I can't really change. Yeah, I was gonna do an experiment to see something. I doubt it is my voice. I don't really think my voice is that deep, but like deeper now since I'm speaking a bit quieter, at least softer than I normally would. Is again, the music I usually listen to is very quiet. I can hear myself better now, and I don't quite like it. But I can't imagine that's it. I was gonna do an experiment and change the pitch of my voice a bit. I just don't think I could do that, like, knowingly. I feel like I'd have to get a computer program to do it for me, but fucking AI powered, unless I want to get, like, a microphone that does it for me. Because OBS doesn't allow me to change the pitch of my voice. Let's see if maybe it is, you know? Somebody you're just gonna, like, try whatever you can, you know? Hopefully it's not, like, I don't know what I'm doing. If that's the case, like, I didn't start streaming thinking my voice was good. I hated it. What can I do? It's a weird thing to get a hang about, but I get it. If I don't get it, then I did get it. There's a big male audience in streaming. Not very many females, so I get it. Definitely not the type to go out of my way to, like, hopefully flirt with a woman. God, are you kidding me? Been thinking my entire life I'm incredibly nervous around them. If I ever do, it's mostly by accident. I guess it's easy to say that, isn't it? Never say I don't make people feel uncomfortable, obviously. I could do that by accident. Everyone can, can't they? I wouldn't be surprised if I did. My anxiety's talking, you know? Just wondering how people who can, like, after me can get better at it than I can. Which, you know, like, jealousy can do a lot of things. You gotta be careful about it. I can admit what I'm jealous of other people. I definitely am. But I do not hold that against them, nor do I. I understand. That is not the right color, is it now? It's not their fault, is it now? You gotta understand that. The difference between understanding the jealousy and letting it control you. No, isn't there? At least I hope I do, God. I may not. You know? I try to. I had no saint, though, am I? I can admit that. That's a bit of a circle. It wasn't just going to be on my person. I was going to put myself inside this thing, you know? Maybe draw the bigger circle. That thing is in. The actual screen itself. Is it going to make this big enough? I want for me to be inside it. Just as a joke, you know? It does feel like there's... Yeah, there's another circle in this one. This circle's got the weird letters on it and the arrow that goes down. Like that for some reason. I'll color before doing that though. Then there's a rounded square. Not that way. I guess I'm going to make a rectangle, aren't I? I made it not, made it a bit too oval, haven't I? Maybe I make it a bit more of a circle, but that's going to be difficult. It's not exactly the perfect circle, but I'm not going to draw one of them now, am I? Yeah, that's as good as I can get it. I do have stabilization on, right? Why am I drawing with a fucking brush? Why am I not drawing with the... Oh, no, I'm not drawing with a brush, what? Whatever. I was drawing with a brush for a second there, but I'm not, am I? I'm drawing with a pen. Turnip pen. Purely because it's a turnip. That's really it. I don't know. The best pen to draw with is... Obviously, no matter what I say. Don't think too much about it. I try not to. Hmm. Yeah, that's what happens when I'm alone, isn't it now? Sometimes to give an and tell me the best view is a blank. I don't want your viewers. I would rather have none than pay for them. That doesn't feel good. Now does it? I guess I can just like redo the circle to be a bit better manually, but and with that is it's not going to take the space it needs to take, is it? The problem. I think the circle needs to be a bit bigger than that. I guess I could just, you know, do this. Since I need like a big circle. This thing's a bit thinking about, you know. That's the thing. 2 years in and yet. Definitely do not think I like have grown at all. But to be fair, I guess Twitch is going down the fucking shitter, isn't it now? What they've been doing. So why would I want to grow in it? Let me refresh my chat so I can not see that person's message about getting viewers. I don't want them. I guess while I'm playing, I usually don't think about this because I'm a bit distracted, but now it's just me and my thoughts. Boy, do I have thoughts. They're not happy, let me tell you. Need that to be a different. That's more of an oval than a circle I need. Not that. Drawing a perfect circle is basically impossible, isn't it? Yeah, that's a bit more of a circle. I'll try new things though, you know? Like the, what is this? The cursor, there it is. When I was reading the bedtime stories, people listen to that. Why is there another circle there? There we go. If people listen to the bedtime stories, I got free subscribers on an unknown channel from it. Maybe that's what I can do. Making shots and TikToks too. Unfortunately, the last YouTube show didn't do well on YouTube. TikTok, he did fine, but unfortunately on YouTube, it got like 4 views. Maybe because the other one wasn't good, but I got like 200. Maybe because I used the B word in it, not the female one, the male one. That could be the reason it didn't do so well. To be fair, and you know what, I get it if that's the case. Can I around the corners? No, that's that. Yeah, that doesn't look like that. Ah, around the corners. Okay. Yeah, like that. That's a bit too thick, that. Damn. It's a thick-ass square. Thankfully, the shots I've been making have been pretty good so far. Let me meld these two together. You know? I just don't know if I can keep that up, you know? They're gonna be bad ones, unfortunately. Again, I am one guy. I don't know what completely works. This is that. Okay. That's what I was going for. I was never going to be able to draw that, was I? No. That was never going to work. I got the circle things overlapping over here. Let me merge all these together. Merge that one and merge this one. That's all together. I guess I can do the ellipse tool again. There's... Not there. It's about here. And one like here. A circle kind of there, but maybe a bit bigger. Maybe not there. Maybe there? That'll be fine, right? And obviously we want to rub out the lines. It looks like they're melting into it. I can make the inside look like a bit of glass. Like this area. Give it like a white, kind of palish, opaque inside here. Honestly, just legitimately, maybe actually using the paint bucket tool. Making it a bit opaque and do that. It looks like there's a bit of a screen on the inside, so when I put myself inside, as I was planning to do, it looks like I'm inside it. That could be good. That's what I was planning to do at the very least. A little bit. I could be a Digimon then, can't I, too? The problem now is a lot of it is... I think there's another circle on the inside of this one. That's not the right place. I might need to do, yeah, I might need to create another layer just to... Yeah, these are the right place to be fair. It's going to take a bit to do that, isn't it? Not big enough. That's not the same size, is it? Fine, I'll think of something, you know? Or maybe I won't. That's a bit much, but you know. Gotta do something about it myself, don't I? That's a bit smaller than that, actually, isn't it? Quite a bit smaller, to be fair. Oh, there's one inside it, too, to make it... Right next to it, maybe? Like, down here. Not like that, though. Well, oh. I gotta click off of this, don't I? Do that. Be that way? It might be a bit too much by doing the one in there. That's fine. What if anyone thinks I fake it? My voice. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I don't have the energy. I don't even know how I do that. It is possible though, isn't it? I get it. I'm not gonna judge anyone for thinking that. I don't really care enough to do that at all. I have more important things to worry about. I don't think it's that good though. Like really. A lot of people tell me it's a nice voice, but really? Like I don't think it's something I will ever believe. I'll be honest. Not gonna be that much of a surprise though. To be fair. There's something here and here. Just add the details a little bit. I doubt they're gonna work very well. It seems actually smaller than that, doesn't it? So there's a connector here. Because then there's this. That's wrong there. Maybe that's maybe a bit too far down. We'll do that game. Whatever. You nope, it's gonna do that again, isn't it? I guess this is my life though, isn't it? I guess that connects to there. It connects to there. I don't know. It's something you gotta think about, isn't it? Or at least I do. My God. I just stream because I'm lonely. No reason really. Not like I'd be doing much if I wasn't. Hmm. I want to do. What do we want to do there? Yeah, we want to go around like that and around there. I don't know if that makes it look like the detail that's usually on it. I'll be honest. And there's another one here. They're definitely not the right spaces away, are they? I guess they're not really that big, are they? They're usually very close to each other, like almost touching. It's fine. Again, I'm not perfect at this. Clearly. Want to do that? I guess go up there. Like seems like it is. Then there's this on two parts. Well, looks like. Not sure how to make it look like the. Hmm. I guess what I need to do is. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it now? I am do that. Make it go down a little bit here. Maybe on here too. Yeah, move this out. Well, there's a bit of a divot in these places. Ever so slightly. Like that maybe? Like that seems to be what it looks like. Not sure if it's coming off, but There's just a slight, definitely not that slight thing in between. The problem is there's also a thing above it. Hmm. Yeah, that's not going to be perfect, is it? No, nothing ever is. That's a bit, I think that might be a bit too close to where I started. Not sure how to do that. That might be a bit too big. Maybe about that in my life. I'd have to do it first, wouldn't I? Not order to hear it. I guess I've never heard it's too small. That's good. I guess. Let's get rid of that. Well, the circles here are the best part, and I didn't even fucking draw them. Oh well. I want to draw one here too. That's a bit too big. Once again. Got my hand starting to hurt there. Guess it's been an hour and a half. I could switch to something else. Once I've done this, obviously. Again, this will be mostly far away now, won't it? So hopefully that'll be fine. And there's someone there. Then goes all the way around here, doesn't it now? Not exactly the best. But oh well. Ooh, that might be a bit too close compared to the others. And it goes there. And down there. That's going to be a big one in between here. Goes around the buttons and then there. And there seems to be one tiny one here, which is not going to be easy, is it now? I'm trying to make the lines a bit better. Didn't draw anything there, did I? Oh, okay. That is good. I don't know. Way best not to think about things I can't do anything about, isn't it? Let's say that. How do you know you can't do anything about it if you never tried, I guess? You know? I guess that's the problem. I'm left wondering, is there something I can do? That's been a lot of what I've talked about today, hasn't it? To be fair, I've been doing this for like 2 years now and feel there must be something I can change about this or what I'm doing. And that should be understandable, right? Hmm. That might actually be a bit. Yeah, not sure what to do there then. No, am I? that's that. This is this. I need to put another tiny thing here, don't I? Connected to this thing. Like that, but a bit bigger. Not sure if there's going to be enough space on it to be there. Yeah, that seems a bit too small. This thing is not proportioned entirely correctly. Now, is it? I guess maybe I should use a different pen. Width. To be fair. Ah, well. Not gonna be perfect, especially when I don't know what the bloody hell I'm doing. We do that, we get rid of this. This, and then in the middle again, we want to draw the things here. Might not like that, no, though, do we? Because that's fine, they don't need to be even. I gotta assume for the most part, this is gonna be kind of far away, so you can't tell what it's impurities. Definitely got a hell of a thing, isn't it, now? Maybe I shouldn't have tried to draw some of this, like, complex, to be fair. Like, damn. That was a thinking. Why did I zoom out? I'll zoom in. Do these lines. It doesn't quite look the same there, does it? Never does that one, to be fair. We're slightly below, but not too far below. Oh, it might look a bit too connected. I'm trying to connect them. Listed they shouldn't be connected. Fine. It's working somehow, isn't it? No, believe I'm further away. Yeah, if I'm further away, it looks a little better, I guess. And now all I need is to color it, isn't it? Kind of. Let's me, I'll do these two together. The entire thing moves as one. I can also show that and that. Make it look a bit better. Right. Question is, what color do I want it? I guess I could, the text is meant to be here on it, but it doesn't really make any sense to me, the text. I guess it's not meant to. It's Digimon text, isn't it? It's an arrow, there's a weird... And that looks like this, and then... I got a dot on it. I'm gonna draw as many as I can, but that's not going to be entirely possible. That this next one looks like a kanji for the what, the country, county, maybe. It looks like kind of tree, but with like an X cut out of it, a square, which I think is one. Maybe they all are, and they're just not ones I recognize. Do that. How do I do this thing then? Like that, I guess. This one's gonna be a bit more difficult, isn't it? Is that? There's like that. Then there's that. And then there's a bigger one right next to it, Which again makes me think that this definitely is kanji. Because I definitely think one of those is like, what, bai, or something? Something like that. Maybe they are kanji, and I just don't recognize them all. Some of them definitely look familiar, I guess. Okay, thankfully the text is mirrored the other way around. I just didn't put them on a different layer, did I? Awkward. Maybe they say something that I don't know. Hopefully I'm not writing a slur in Japanese here. That'd be awkward. I swear I didn't mean to. Do that. And we got fire here, which I think that one stands for. At least that's the particle for fire. Obviously not the full one. Full fire doesn't look like that, but if you're going to write fire as part of a kanji, you do that. I think. It depends where you're putting it, to be fair. Right, then I guess I'll buy them again. I think for the last thing I need to do. There's the weird chips inside here, isn't there now? But the one white? Hmm. Might just not write them because I don't know what they do. And again, when they're far away enough, you're not going to see them, are you? I don't really see any reason to do that. I'm not going to be able to write them perfectly the same, am I? Which I guess is fine. Not that anyone's going to watch this. Only because, you know, there are a lot of people on drawing streams, and I'm not one of them, am I? I get it. Unfortunate, but hey. I take a drink. It is best like that, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm just feeling sad today, aren't I? Being dad will do that to me. I think it can be understood though, right? Hopefully. I want to make a nap and do something different. Maybe change that. Which I will be doing. Do not make me complacent. That's fine. I got that out to be perfect, don't I? I'm gonna try some things, which maybe they won't work, maybe they will. Who knows? Hmm. Maybe we're too far away. Oh well. But that's not far away. That's not up enough, is it now? I hope they do at the very least, because man, getting Evan doesn't make any getting nothing for you is soul crushing at times, isn't it? Guess I would know that. Look at the little lives going better for everybody else. Yeah, I guess I feel like being complaining, haven't I? I normally don't. I try to keep that inside, to be fair. Kind of feel embarrassed now. Okay, good. Yeah, yay. Probably as good as I'm gonna get it. Oh, I just need to color the thing. Which makes me want to go to there. A slightly different color black for this thing, so at least maybe the lines I'll stand out a bit. Make it a bit bigger than that. It's not gonna take me ages to do it. I don't know the way to do it. I have a different layer for the coloring. Glad I learned that now, of all things. Fine. Not all these spots are gonna pay me to any of his streams. I guess I'm just thinking what's on the top of my head. It's been on my mind for a bit. Well, like the last month or so, to be fair. Like, you can understand, right? Hopefully. It wasn't a completely unknowable or annoying. I get it if it is, though. No reason to worry too much about that. I get it. I'd be surprised if anyone watches this on YouTube, so. Hey. I'm pretty much talking to myself, aren't I? Yeah, it doesn't color over most of this, just, can color over it again, can't I now? And again, the circle there. Well, again, if I do, I can just, color over it, can't I? Thankfully. Inside those lines, I can just tidy them up later. Hopefully. This is kind of my color, isn't it, for my model, so. The one I'm looking at is kind of this color. It's probably a bit lighter color, but that's fine. Had to go into work again today, even though it was. Wait, yeah. Yesterday. It was a day off until I was asked to come in again. It's like, what did you have in? But you asked me to come in yesterday for today. Like, that's kind of short notice. What did you have in before me? Anybody? Like, was there no one in before I was? Like, that seems a weird thing to do. Doesn't it? If it was the case, then you feel like you fucking got it shot, didn't you? Has somebody come in now? Seems like a weird thing to do, doesn't it? But I'm not my manager, I guess. Wanted me in, he probably should just put me in today to begin with, but you know. Never how it works, is it? Indeed. Doing some relaxing drawing. Mostly. Bit of white that I'll have to get. Oh, okay, that looks a bit better. There we go. Always relaxing. Relaxing for me, at least. I'm not used to really, drawing this much because, boy, my wrist is a bit hurting. So, Hello, hello. Welcome. I color this in. I guess I've done drawing at this point. Making sure to color it in. I don't know about that part, mind I? And clean it up a bit. Fine. Okay, then we want to get this. I'm cleaning up some of these white patches. It might not be visible from far away, but I can see it now. I don't want it to be seen later, now do I? Need more of them on this thing. Yeah, a couple over here. And if you go over the line, because I'll be coloring this pine a bit black a bit later. The wood pad is already a bit opaque white. I put something in there. And this is the type of thing I could turn into a model, isn't it? And animate something inside it, but I don't have that amount of skill to do that. There's already got to be something like that, right? Anyone may not be that popular, but it's got to be popular enough to have that. I guess it's more of a Tamagotchi. One would have done. And that'd have been more blue. Accidentally. Did you edge? Yeah, the edges. Got to edge correctly. Dangerous if it was. Not sure I'm going to remove you without going over the line, but we'll see about that. Not exactly knowledgeable in art. Never really enjoyed our lessons. They were fine, but I don't know. The only thing I remember doing is drawing, like, what, henna on the back of a hand at one point. Really all I remember doing. I don't think my art classes were very good, to be fair. I never really took art later than normal. I didn't do GCSE art, but I went to a sports college, unfortunately. Not that I didn't draw. I guess I drew a little bit, not much though. Okay, so we mostly done. A bit more black for this area. Yeah, because I can draw over this blue. Can I just like do that? That doesn't entirely work, does it? Do I need to do it here? Like, yeah, that might be a bit cleaner than I could have done. One time that tool actually came in handy and was not a mess. Because, yeah, the inside already has a bit of white opaqueness. I can put myself inside it, which is nice. A bit too big there. That's fine. I can trick myself in a bit. What now is going here. Clean up some of this blue on the edge. Because you can't see that some of it's overlapped. Fine. Isn't the way most people would do this, to be fair, isn't it? Probably the way I should have started doing it myself. Don't know why I didn't. I guess I know now. I need to work out some of the lines though too, because you're a bit long there. Who's the other one? Yeah, you there. That line out of there. I take that out. Big blotch here. That's the most I put into a drawing to be fair. Most of them are just hats though, so they're not really that hard. I need to do that again when because I moved a bit too much. That's fine. No worries. Can be better on PC sometimes, can it? I got monitor, so I assume so at the very least. I guess you can connect your phone to a TV, can't you? Okay, that seems to be mostly okay. Yeah, I still got that though. I want to put back. There does seem to be a bit of blue on the edge there, doesn't there? Get that out of the way. Okay. That looks like it is done. Except obviously I got to meld these two parts together so they can move as one. That's good. I can shrink myself. I can be inside the thing. There we go. I am now inside a Digivice. Not sure that's going to fit on the overlay. Like, that would cover quite a bit of the screen. At the very least, I can put something inside there. Maybe I'm going to put it on my person. I feel like I should give it a background too. I need to have a layer for that, wouldn't I? I need to actually draw the thing inside it. So let me... Yeah, do another layer. Put it in between those two, and make it a bit grey. Right, no, don't put it between those two. Put it actually on the bottom. There we go. Not really the best background, to be fair. Now it works. If I want to, I can save it without all that. The problem is, it's going to be a bit opaque in the middle there, isn't it? Let me close the image. Yeah. I put my wrist. Like I said, it's 2 hours of drawing for you, isn't it? When you don't draw at all. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to use, if I'm going to use it for an item to put on myself, I'll put myself in. I guess I could use it as an overlay, to be fair. I could put the entire stream inside the thing. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to use this thing for. I kind of drew it without really having a concrete idea. Concrete? It depends on the dimensions. Let me see. I can put myself inside there, but do I want myself inside there? I do have other things, don't I? Let's see, I can put my slug model in it. Or Flanders. I Photoshop to have my face for some reason. What else is there here? Pictures. What do I saved pictures? Next, I've still got the hat. The Demi Devimon. I'll put Meowth inside there. Or the frog. I got a frog. That guy's a bit too big. Look at my frog. I could put that guy inside there. I don't know why I drew a frog like that, but I got Frogmon. I don't know if Frogmon's a thing. Obviously, his hat says frog. Just in case. You gotta make sure it's a frog. You know it's a frog. Let's see. What else is there here? Like, and you need a background, wouldn't you? I see pictures again. I don't really draw many things that aren't me, weirdly. Hopefully that's not narcissistic. I can put that inside there. That might work. I don't know if it's sacrilegious to put a Pokemon inside a Digivice. That seems a bit of a weird thing to do. That could be funny. Put you there. I really gotta put you below it. That right. There we go. My Pokemon I didn't even are that much different either. Only giving you that. Let me, can I remove that layer? More than anything, I probably just want a box behind there, don't I? That's filled in a little bit and put it behind this. Like that. That might be a bit better. Covering the entirety of that screen. I can save multiple of these, so I can have a different one. Now, can't I? Because we can, yeah, we can give you a frog. I can save myself in there, which I can't. I move you without doing the other thing. I can't, okay. I need to, yeah, put you in there. There we go. Is everyone now perfectly positioned? Nope. Okay, let's move you a bit to the middle. There we go, frog. Slimy off. Nope. Move you up a bit. There we go. All of you fit perfectly in the frame. I guess rather than doing that, I could... The normal ask me is kind of boring. Let me see. Let me put the hat on you. Can't not put the hat on you now, can I? Move out the way for a bit. Here we go. That's a bit better. We want to be down there and merge you with the layer below. There we go. Did all three of those if I wanted to. I need to have like a toggle between them, wouldn't I? Well, I did that. I did the thumbnail, which I'll have to upload. I do you. We'll be using the eyes of the mouth. I play Mystery Dungeon again, but at least the ears and the kind of work. Hopefully. Model, are you gonna work? Because of the sun. Is that it? It is, yeah. The sun is... The sun coming through my blinds was directly pointing into the camera there. I wonder if it couldn't see me. I moved a bit slightly backwards. That's good. Yeah, so that should be it for today. No one's here anyway, so no one's wasting too much time, is there? That's another thing I think you're doing. Rather than far, I might as well do 2 hours. But that'd be better for YouTube too. Maybe down a bit. Was that gonna work better? I don't want people to have to fast for like 4 hours if they're not wanting that much, now do I? But yes, anyway. I'll try and not be so sad tomorrow, at the very least, and complain about things. I'll try to complain, you know. No matter what I say or do, sometimes it does get to me. Like it does everybody. I guess I let it out a bit too much today. I do feel bad about that. I doubt it was really that entertaining, but I guess. Thank you for watching if you did. If not, it's no big deal. I get it. It's something I need to do, and it is on me, no one else. I'm not gonna blame anyone, obviously. Like, never feel it's my fault, you know? But yes. Bye.